Hey everyone, welcome to Trina Kulik Designs. My name is Trina and I'm the owner designer here at Trina Kulik Designs, where I teach other creative ladies how to cut, paint, and sell their wooden door hangers. I'm on day 21, y'all. Day 21. So if you're just starting to follow me, I have challenged myself to go live for the next 30 days, and I'm on day 21. 21, y'all. I've never done this before. Hey, Tammy and Carol and Miss Marina and Roxanne. How are you ladies doing? Lori, Warren. Tonight I'm going to be painting this cute ornament that has the big old bow with the holly and little berries. So this is going to be super, super pretty. I know. Thank you so much, Tammy. So as y'all hop on here, tell me hey. And hit that little button down below, y'all, and sprinkle across Facebook. Goodness, I can't talk tonight. Because that helps us out so much, y'all, so much. When you take the time just to sprinkle for us. Hey, ladies. Hey, Miss Sandy. How are y'all doing? Let me pull it up just to make sure that it's clear and we're working. Hey, Tanya, girl. All right, let's clear on my end. So we're going to get started. So I've already put a white coat on this one. So y'all, what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to do buffalo plaid down here with black and white. And then big old red bow with the green holly leaves and the red berries. So let me grab my tape real quick. So I have a really cute way or easy, simple way to do buffalo plaid with painter's tape and baby whites, y'all. So if you have not seen anybody do this, y'all, this is going to change your life if you want to do buffalo plaid. Hey, Miss Deb, thank you so much for sprinkling. I appreciate that. So I got me some frog tape. I used frog tape, or either I used the regular like duck tape. Well, Clean Release is by Duck. The painter's tape. I do love that too. But tonight we're just going to use the painter's tape with by Frog, is it by Frog? Frog tape? I guess that's who makes it. But because it's a little bit, it's not quite as wide as my other one. Thank you, Roxanne. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start right in the middle. And I'm going to put my tape down. Let me see. So this is going to hang kind of sideways, y'all. So, I'm wondering, do I do my buffalo plaid this way? I'm thinking so. Because I've got my holes here. So, this is going to hang like this. It's not going to hang like this. It's going to hang sideways like this. So, do y'all think I should do my buffalo plaid straight, the way it's going to hang? Or should I do it like this, and when it hangs, my buffalo plaid, it's going to be crooked too? So what do y'all think? I didn't even think about that. Hey, ladies. Hey, Miss Sharon and Miss Paula, Miss Linda. Hey, Amy. Thank y'all so much for sprinkling. Miss Linda says, finally caught a live. Well, yay. I'm glad that you're here. Y'all didn't think of that. So what do y'all think? Should I do it straight, like the way it's going to hang? Or I'm thinking I probably should do it straight like this, and then when it hangs, it's going to be a little bit crooked. But I think it needs to be straight. The way it's going to hang is what Miss Sharon says. Do it sideways. See, I'm thinking I need to have it like this. Now, this is just what I'm thinking. Have it like this, then do my buffalo plaid to go straight. And then when it does hang, it's going to, it'll be a little bit crooked. Instead of doing my buffalo plaid crooked, y'all, just have it like this. Tammy, I agree with you. Straight, Tanya says. Yes, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm going to do it straight, and we're going to do it like this. Miss Cindy says straight. Should slant the way it will hang. There, okay. Put on a piece of tape, and then take it and look at it. Okay. So I'm going to put this straight in the middle. So I'm going to do it while it's actually straight. And then when it hangs, it's going to have a slant to it. But I think I'm going to start off with it being, you know, straight the way the ornament actually is. So what you do is you put your buffalo plaid down, but you put your painter's tape down. Then you take an extra piece of tape, you just put that there, and this is going to be your spacer. This is what's going to tell you, like, give you a guide of where your next piece of tape needs to be. So you have even, like, spaces between each stripe. So I'm going to take it off. One thing I do kind of suggest when it comes to doing the buffalo plaid when you're using painter's tape is to put your white paint down or your base coat down first. Doesn't always wind up being white, y'all. And then let it dry really, really good, y'all, before you come and put your painter's tape down, because that'll help it to where it's not gonna pull off your base coat. I know a lot of people has problems when they pull their tape up, it pulls their paint up too. But if you make sure that your base coat is completely dried, that will help eliminate it. I'm not saying it won't ever pull your paint up, but it really, really helps. So each time I put my painter's tape down, then I put that spacer here, just to give me a guide of where my next tape needs to be. I know it's hard going live every day, but I really enjoy getting to see you paint more often. You are so talented, especially with shading. I learn something new every time I watch. Oh, thank you, Miss Melissa. And Gail, thank you. Hey, Miss Glenda. Hey, Emily and Lori and Miss Marie. All right, so that's going to need to go there. All right, I'm just going to stick my spacer right there. So once I get it on, I'm going to make sure I got it, especially my edges, that is down pretty good. That's going to help with bleeding. You don't want any kind of bubbles with your tape. Now we're going to grab, if I've got a clean plate, I've got so many dirty plates up here. We're going to grab a plate and we're going to grab our black paint. Y'all must be sprinkling because there's 105 people on here. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Shayna. Hey, Miss Deborah. Wait a minute, I got some dirt going on there. All right, so we're just going to take that black paint. I'm going to get a baby wipe. Doesn't matter what kind of baby wipe there is. We got 122 people. Y'all are amazing. Must be y'all showing me some love. I sure appreciate it. We're going to take this baby wipe, dip it in our black paint, kind of just dab it off a little bit, but not much. And we're going to start wiping it on our pieces here, I'm going to try to eliminate going where my holly is because I don't want to have to worry about trying to cover up black paint, because black paint's kind of hard to cover up, y'all. So I'm going like around where my other color is going to be at. Okay. We're going to dab, and then we're just going to wipe. We're going to wipe. Y'all, this is easy, easy, easy stuff right here. Now, you can make this as dark as you want. You can make it as light as you want. However y'all want to do it, works. And that's all you're going to do. We're not even picking up a paintbrush to do this, y'all. Simple, simple, simple. I'm just kind of going over it one more time because I want it to be a little bit darker. A little bit darker. And I'm trying to keep it to where I'm going the direction that my stripes are. My wipe got a hole in it, y'all. I feel my finger putting pressure on the wood. All right, now what we're going to do is we're just going to pick that up. Baby wipes are an amazing idea. Yes, the first person I seen using baby wipes was Katie with Junk to Jewels. So if you haven't checked her out, y'all, she's so crafty and I love her style. She is just, I love Katie. But her page is Junk to Jewels. She does a lot of like the farmhouse style and the signs, and I love her to death. Hey, Miss Grace, thank y'all so much for sharing. I appreciate it. Hey, Tasha, Miss Donna, Miss Beverly. So, do y'all see how easy that was? Look at there. So, if you just wanted to do stripes, you can stop right now and you have stripes. But we're not stopping with stripes because we want the buffalo plaid. Make sure that this coat is dry. So, let's just hit it real quick with the blow dryer. Miss Cindy says, love to watch Katie too. I know, I can watch her. Thank you, Miss Beverly. You will have to, yes, for sure, Shana, because this technique is easy. I'm just going to use my same tape, y'all. I'm going to go straight in the middle. I always tend to like to go, like start in the middle. It just seems like that's the proper place to start. We're going to use our spacer again. Put it there. Oh. Grab a piece of tape. Press it down. I might better say that long piece. Let's see if this will fit. Oh yeah. That will fit just right. Right there. Alright, do I... Nope, that don't need another stripe over there. Alright, so let's go. I ain't got one more piece. Let's see, I can do here. And then I can pull it off here. That might cover that spot there. We'll see. Alright. But we are going to be doing some shading and blending on that bow because we got to make that bow like really pop out, y'all. All right, so let's see if we can make this piece work for this one. I think so. I think it'll work. All right, and I mean it might need a tiny little piece like right there, but I don't think it's going to really make a big difference, but we're going to put it there anyway. Okay, so now let's wipe it. Make sure our edges is down really good. Dun, 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 dun. All right, grab that same baby white, same black paint, and we got 157 people, y'all. Hey, where can you get this? Miss Judy, this is going to be available during my live sale. Same thing, y'all. We're going to dip and pat. Then we're going to go in where that's messed up somehow. Maybe. I don't know. I might have messed up right there, y'all. Now, this one, I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to get it as dark as that coat that I just put on here. We want this to be lighter. And that's the best thing about these baby wipes is you can wipe it off, like get a clean spot and wipe it off to make it look lighter. Something's not looking right there. I might have messed up somewhere, y'all. I'm not quite sure where, but I think I might have messed up somehow. But we're just going to go ahead and go with it. We're going to see how it turns out. Okay. Oh, no, we didn't. I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, y'all. When I'm doing this, I know it's kind of shaking the table. All right. In the camera. I know it's shaking the camera. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, y'all, this is where the magic's going to happen right here. Pull that tape back up, and we're done. We're done. How easy and simple is this? Some people will use a third color, which would be like a lighter color. I just use two, and kind of just make that second one a little bit of a lighter shade, and I get the look that I like. So I just use two. And y'all, how fast was that? How fast was that? Is that not the easiest technique for doing buffalo plaid? Y'all, look at that. Easy, easy, easy. Any questions about that process? Hey, Miss Kathy. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Miss Miranda. Hey, Shan. Let's see. Hey, Miss Sue and Jessica. Hey, Amanda, girl. Amanda, where can we get this template? Is it in the inside scoop? No, Amanda, but I'm probably going to be sharing a couple more with y'all that I've done over the weekend for my live sale. So, yeah. It will be in the scoop. Very, very cool, Patricia says. Thank you, Miss Sandy. Thank you, Lori. Okay, so let's get started on doing our bow. No, we're not, because the bow is going to be on top of the holly, so we need to go ahead and get the holly first. So we're going to grab up a green. Let's see what kind of green we want. Last time I tried that technique, it bled so bad. Jenny, make sure, because I'm going to put this kind of close. I've got one little bleed here, but other than that one little spot, it's pretty good. You don't want, see, that's the bleed. Where's it at, y'all? Right there that I've got. But other than that, it's pretty good. But you don't want to like sit there and press it. And I don't hardly ever do it with a paintbrush. So, did you try the technique with the baby wipe? If not, the baby wipe technique works wonders, y'all. Wonders. I think I'm going to put glitter on my berries, y'all. And I did outline this with a permanent marker, y'all. So I'm going to grab up my Deco Art Hauser Medium Green. That's what we're going to do our holly leaves with. And I want an angle brush because I've got these little points. And that angle brush is going to make getting those points a whole lot easier for me. Let's see. Or should I do that green, or should I do a lime green, like a bright green? Your crafts are so beautiful and so detailed. Oh, thank you so much, Daisy. They might have been too wet, Jenny. Don't give up on it, though. Just keep on trying it. Thank you, Miss Susie. We're going to just go with this one. We're going to go with this one and see how it turns out, y'all. So we're going to start with this first one. We're going to go around our berry. Am I even in the camera? Not really. There we go. Samantha watching from Germany. Well, welcome, girl. All right, we're going to go around where our berry is going to be, and we're just going to smooth out that green all over this holly leaf right here. Y'all, this is some new wood that I picked up. It's called hard maple or something like that. But I really like it. I got it from Lowe's. And it is the true 1/4 inch. The Revolution plywood and the tri-ply that I normally use, it says it's 1/4 inch. But it's not really 1/4 inch. It's a little bit, to me, it's a little bit, I don't know, thick. I mean, thin. This one's thicker than all the rest of the 1/4 inch. And I really like it. Let's go ahead and get this one too. I don't know, y'all. I think I'm gonna like the dark green. To me, it gives it more of a settled kind of look, I think. We're gonna go right there. We're gonna make sure that we can still see that because we are fixing to come and do some shading on this. So we can break these two up. But I want to get one good coat on here. So when we are doing our shading, it's going to be done with our second coat while it's still wet. Alright, so now we're going to grab up where is my plantation green at? Let's do this plantation green. Hey, Miss Dorothy and Miss Becky and Miss Beth. I'm going to miss you when you're not on every day. Oh, well, thank you so much, Miss Susie. What kind of board did you say this was? It's called maple. It actually says made in Mexico. All right, so we're going to take this Plantation Pine by Deco Art, and this is what we're going to do some shading with. Shading and blending is so super easy, y'all, if you don't make it too difficult. I do it the most easiest way possible. So what we're going to do, you want to always, always, always make sure that your paint is still wet when you go to do your blending and shading. So I'm going to take that Hauser medium that we started off with. We're going to go with our second coat, and we're going to make sure that we're doing it to where it's going to be wet when we start doing our blending and shading. So I'm kind of putting a good bit on there right now, because you cannot do shading and blending with some dry paint, y'all. It's not going to look good. So we got that there. Now I'm going to just put the corner of my angle brush into this darker Plantation Pine color. I said the corner, but the tip of it, just a little bit, y'all. And we're going to start going around the edge of our holly leaf here. And since that is still wet, it's going to kind of go ahead and do its own little shading and blending. And I've got too much paint on my brush. There we go. You don't want to make this super, super difficult, y'all. That's all we're going to do right there. And it's just going to kind of like make that pop a little bit. I'm going to try to get y'all a little bit closer so y'all can see that. All right, we're getting just the tip. And we're going around just the edge of our holly right there. Can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see that. But it's nothing fancy and it's super, super easy. Did you decide when you are doing the live sale? Yes, Katina, it's going to be Tuesday at 7 o'clock. All right, so I'm just going to take some more. We're going to go over it one more time because I want it to be a little bit more darker. And I think I'm just going to kind of like go in the middle and just blend it in kind of in the middle. Y'all, see how super easy this is. Super, super easy if you don't overthink it. A lot of times we get on here or we start to do something and we just totally overthink the whole situation because we're trying to make it too perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start blending this. I want you to look at this. Now this is versus when we started with wet paint versus dry paint. See how that color there is not blending, y'all? It's not blending at all. It's kind of real bold and like really, real noticeable. So you want to make sure that you come and you're going on top of wet paint. So it will, I got to get some of my original color. So it'll kind of like blend itself. Okay, we want to put a little bit more right there on that corner. We're going to grab that original color and then we're just going to start blending it this way too, like in the middle. I'm going to pick up some of that Plantation, kind of like go in the center of that holly leaf, just to try to add a little bit more depth to it. Simple, easy, which I think I can pretty much see it. See how easy that is, y'all? And we're just taking that darker color and going over on the edges with it. Okay? I feel like I'm short-winded tonight. So we're going to come right here. We're going to go around our berries. Don't stress if you get some on there. It's totally okay because we're going to put glitter on those berries. That's going to kind of cover it up. Now you want to try not to get it on your bow because we're not going to put glitter on the bow. Okay, I kind of lost my mark here. Let me see where my mark's at. So this has got to come up and up that way. There we go. We're going up. We're going up. And then we're going up there. And now we're going to make sure that we're getting all of those paint ridges. Something looks funky there. I think this has got to get like that. There we go. And then I didn't make a point there. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and put a coat of green on this one right here. So we're going to come in between here. And then we're going to go around our berry there. And around our ribbon tail. Going to spread it out. Make sure that you're getting all of those paint ridges gone. You don't want to have paint ridges, y'all. I think that's what bugs me the most about when I'm painting is having a lot of paint ridges. All right, and we're just going to smooth it out by doing the long strokes. Hey Helen and Miss Kelly and Joyce and Sheila and Miss Becky and Miss Linda. Thank y'all so much. All right, so let's come back and let's start with our second coat on this one. These are not being completely dried, y'all, when we're putting the second coat on there. Normally, I preach, you know, make sure your first coat's dry before you go with the second coat. But when you're doing the blending and shading, you want it to still kind of be wet. All right. So we're just putting it on here so we can get our shading and stuff real good on here. Okay. Now let's grab up. I'm going to get some of that off. We're going to grab up that plantation green. We're going to start here. This little area don't need any kind of shading because we're just getting around the edges of our holly. So we're going to come here. Then we're going to come here. And then we're going to come here. That's all we're doing. I'm having to kind of like walk around, y'all, so I can get the angle right. So just like that, we're going to kind of like put some in the middle of that darker plantation green. My light really throws me off in here. If I'm not right over it, it puts a glare on it and I can't see what I'm doing. All right, so we're going to go back. We're going to put a little bit more of that darker green on our edges.
When you get 100 people to come paint.
No.
Why?
We got 131. We're not dancing tonight. All right, so I went on my whites. It's kind of like not wanting to show. I don't know. Go back downstairs. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to have to come back, and we're going to have to do that one over again. All right, so let's go ahead and let's start on this one. I'm going to grab our Hauser green. Eli, please stop. Don't come up here smacking on anything now. We're grabbing our Hauser green. Our pine. Wait a minute, Eli. What are you doing, son? You're gonna knock my light down. And now we're just gonna start blending it. He was wanting to dance, y'all. Hey, ladies. All right. And like I said, we're going to have to go back to that one because that one didn't blend the way, I got into the white, so it didn't work out for me. We're going to go around our berries. Hey Gwen and Gina. Did I tell you hey Gina? I don't think I did. Alright, so I'm going to quit talking as much because it's kind of like me explaining the same thing over and over. And, I'm going to start on this one more time because I think I need a little bit more on the edges here. Okay, I'm going to grab that green again. While it's still a little bit wet, we're going to go ahead and get this one on this side. We're kind of just blending it in. If you have, like I didn't go over it with the second coat that time because I've got so much paint on my paintbrush already of that first color till it's kind of doing its own blending for me. So I'm not putting that second coat before I do my blending because I realized that it was kind of like blending too much and I wasn't able to see it as much as I wanted to. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to start with our original color and kind of just do a little bit of blending with it. This is the easiest blending technique you would ever see, y'all. Okay, so do y'all see it so far? Hey, Stephanie. Okay. This is probably your favorite yet, Miss Jean. Well, yay. All right, so now we're going to come here where I did the blending on this one and went off my lines and kind of went to my white. It wasn't covering real good. So I'm just trying to almost just trying to clean that up a little bit. All right, and now this has got to be cleaned up a little bit more, y'all. Ta-da! There we go. There we go. I like those crisp lines with my paint. Yes. Oh, don't start on me. All right, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more to these too, y'all. Let's see. Let me get it to where y'all can see. And like I said, I've got so much of that other green on my paintbrush that is kind of doing its own little blending for me without having to come back with a second coat. And you're just going to play with this. But what happens is you try to play with it too much, and then you wind up just almost just like messing it up because you mess with it too much, and then you start getting frustrated with yourself because it's not doing something exactly the way you want it. And that's when we start like saying that you can't do it, you can't do it. Or that's the way I am anyway. I get so mad with myself sometimes that if I just left it alone, it would have been fine. So don't overthink it and don't overdo it. About like I was about to do just then. Overdoing it, so we're fixing to stop. I see my white coming through right there, so I've got to fix that. There we go. Okay. I must have touched that somehow. All right, so there's our green done, y'all. That's all we're gonna do to our holly. We might come back with a little bit of a darker green and do a little bit more to it, but right now that is it. Hey Zoe. So what I was saying when I first come on here are trying to figure out how my buffalo plaid is gonna be. So this is the way it's made right here. So it's straight with my bow, but it's gonna hang like this. So I think I really like it like that because it kind of just goes with it. So yeah. So we're gonna give this a good little dry real quick. This is kind of a big piece, y'all. It's hard to get the whole thing in the camera from side to side. Are you going to sell this template in your shop, or can we get the link at the shop that cuts me? Miss Cheryl, no, the one that cuts me won't have this one, but I will probably add it. I will add the template into my shop on my website. Thank you, Miss Helen. Okay. So now we're just gonna grab another paintbrush. We're gonna grab another paintbrush and we're gonna go ahead and do our red dots, which is gonna be our berries. This does not have to be completely covered, y'all. One reason is because we're gonna put glitter on there. So let's get our red. I'm about out of red, y'all. And we're gonna go ahead and put a red coat where our berries are at. Right there. We're gonna have to do it right there too because I didn't put the green there. All right. Let's see, we got a little red berry peeping through right here. Get some of that paint off my brush. These do not have to be perfect because the glitter is gonna cover it up, y'all. But I always like to put the base coat of whatever color the glitter is that I'm using. I always put a base coat, and I don't really know if it's a have to, but I've always done it, so I don't know why. All right, now let's do this one. Okay, so there's our base coats of the berries. Y'all see the berries? All right. Hey, Miss Rosemary. Miss Faye. Hey, Miss Judy. Can you show the floating technique too? Ginger, I'm gonna have to practice a little bit more on that. Thank you, Miss Patricia, because that is something that I have not done hardly a lot of at all. I'm gonna have to look some stuff up because I think I don't know. There's a technique that I do with the, and I don't know if that's what the technical term is for what I do. So we will see. I'll have to practice. All right, so I'm just gonna grab a flat tip brush and we're gonna go in and we're gonna do our red on our bow here. Those of you that's just hopping on, make sure that you hit that little button down below and sprinkle for me. There is a clump in there that's not wanting my paint to come out. And sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, so we're gonna start off up here at the top. We're gonna come around and it kind of like comes down there. Okay. We're gonna do this pretty thick. Just like that. We're going to go ahead, get this side here too. You don't have to be super careful, y'all, because, I mean, this whole bow is going to be red. So if you get it a little bit on something, that's totally fine. But we're going to do shading for each one of these sections. So that's why I'm going to do this side and, you know, the next one and the next one. And just do it that way. Alright, so we're going to do that same thing like we did with the holly onto the red here. So we're going to grab a darker red. Is my other red up there? Ooh, that one's way too watery. Let's see. I guess I'm going to do the barn red. Because I'm about out of Tuscan red. I mean, out of flamenco red. We can do the Tuscan red. Let's check out the Tuscan red. Okay, we can do the Tuscan red. Hey, ladies. Thank you, Miss Susie, for sprinkling. All right, so we're going to grab just a corner, just like we did with the other one, of that Tuscan red. And we're going to go around the edges. Just like that. Around the edges, just like that. We're even going to go around this edge. And we're going to kind of like make this one a little bit darker than the whole bow. If that makes sense. So I'm going to be doing my shading with a thicker line for this one. So do y'all see how that did? Just a thicker line with the shading. Which means I'm getting more than just one little corner. I'm like putting that darker color a lot more on there. Just so I can just have a different look for this one here. This little section. Okay. We're going to come up here. We're going to put a little bit more of that darker color. We're going to put a little bit more of that darker color on the bottom. And then we're just going to kind of like try to blend it in. Okay. So just like that. And y'all can see that. Okay, yeah, y'all can see that. Hey, Miss Mary. All right, we're going to grab our red again. I don't know where the clump is that's keeping it from coming out. But yeah, I'm about out of my primary red, y'all. This is Primary Red by Deco Art. Thank you, Miss Shayna. All right, we're going to grab that red. We're going to do this whole section right here. You want to go up under what you just did here. You don't want to go on top of that. You want to get up under it. And we're just going to fill this whole area in here. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and get this one too. Oh, that's a big old clump there. We're going to go ahead and get this one. We're going to go under what we just did. Just like that. Just clump. All right. And we're going to do some black outlines too, so you don't have to be exactly perfect with this, y'all. It's okay if it's not exactly perfect. Hey, Miss Susie, Miss Nancy. Miss Nora, Miss Claudia. All right, we're gonna grab up. I'm not gonna shade anything on this, y'all. We're just gonna get this one right here. So we're gonna come here with that Tuscan red, and we're gonna start shading that. Just like that. Okay. We're not going to do this top part. Kind of like right here, I'm going to kind of like put some shading there, and we're also going to come back with probably a black marker. I mean, not a black marker. The black paint pen, and kind of like put a little mark in there. Okay? We're going to do a little bit more shading here. Just like that. Then we're going to do that same thing over here. We're going to come up and then around. We're going to, let me see how it's doing. I don't think we're going to go under that. Right, let me get over this side so I don't mess up. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit here and one here. Just a little bit there. And then we got to smooth that in. Oh, there's a clump. These clumps are getting to me, y'all. I don't know what in the world. All right, we got to get some of our original red and kind of blend this in right there. There we go. There we go. And we're going to, oops. Original red and kind of like getting that middle part. And you can put a little bit more up here if you want to. I'm just going to get in that middle part. Just kind of blend those two in. All right. And some of that darker color kind of got on there too. Oh, we got to get this little area one more time. All right, so do y'all see that? Y'all see how it is? So pretty. Hey, Miss Debbie, Miss Pat, thanks for the tip. Doing the bowing section seems to make it. Yes, I always try to work in sections when I'm doing the shading and blending. All right. Now we're going to get this right here. So we're going to start off with our original red. We're going to come up. I'm going to bring it that way. Okay. Now we're going to come this way. Okay. All right, so I'm going to grab, try to get that clump out of my paintbrush there. I'm going to grab that darker color and we're going to come, I'm thinking we just need to do underneath the bottom, y'all. A little bit maybe on the top, then that bottom there. Just like that. Like that. So can y'all see that? Okay. We're going to do that same thing over here. Just on the bottom piece, we're going to bring it up and we're going to stop it right there. And then we're just going to kind of take that a little bit and darken it just a touch on the top, but not nearly as much as we do on the bottom. And kind of just blend it in. I want to add a little bit more to the bottom, the darker color on this one. I declare my light is putting an awful glare on my paint, making it hard for me to see. Okay. One more on this side. Okay. So there we go. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit of the darker color, maybe just right there. Alright, I got something going on there. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do the little tassels that hang down. Thank you, Miss Bonnie. Thank you, Miss Sarah from Charleston. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's put our red. We're going to put our red. We're going to go right up under our little loop there. We're going to get the center of our, what is that? The center of our bow last, y'all. Alright. I don't know why I'm trying not to get on that one because all of it's got to be red. Alright. Let me try to get some of my red paint out, y'all. Look at that big old clump in there. Oh my goodness. It's probably why my paint's not wanting to come out. Y'all, look at that. Oh. It's probably what was causing my paint not to want to come out. Alright. So we're going to come here and we're going to come this way. Hey, Rebecca. All right. We're going to come. Okay. We're going to make sure that we're doing the center of these really thick. And you want to smooth it out so you don't have no paint ridges everywhere. Okay, now we're going to go in with our shading. Hey, Miss Ann and Annette. So we're going to grab a darker color. We're going to start, let's start here, and then we're going to bring it up, make that turn, and then let it kind of like fade up going up that one. So we're kind of, now we're just going to go over it, bring it up. And bring it up. Now we're going to start here. And we're definitely not through with this. We're going to do some more on that one. some more shading. We got to get this darker color to show up a little bit more. A little bit more than what it did. Alright, so let's come. Hey Amanda and Wanda, Miss Kim. That bow was so pretty and the shading is awesome. Thank you so much, Melissa. Okay. And this is like the most easiest shading technique that I do. Alright, now I'm just going to kind of like go in the middle, y'all. I might put a little bit like up on where that's going to be, just to kind of darken it in that area some. And then just put a little bit of that darker color in the center like that. There we go. Alright, so we're going to blend some more here. And we're going to come down with that darker color right here because it's kind of like a dark space there. So we're going to kind of like start there with our dark color and then pull it down. Okay? And we're just going to keep on blending this until it looks pretty good. All right. Now, if you want some of this to have a little bit more of a pop, what you could do is add a little bit of white. But I get a little bit nervous adding white to red because you wind up having pink, y'all. So there it is so far. Now we're going to get our center here, and then the bow will be done. Then the only thing we're going to do is we're going to do the outlines, y'all. And notice I've used the same paintbrush. I have not switched out paintbrushes in between my colors to do any kind of shading. It's been the same paintbrush. Okay. Already so pretty. Can't wait to see it finished. Thank you, Tammy, and thank you, Mary. Oh, thank y'all so much. Y'all are so sweet. So we're going to grab our berry color and we're going to bring this out. I'm going to bring it out there. Blend some of that darker color in the center too. All right, we got to let that dry just a little bit so I can take my dark color a little bit better. All right, ladies. I think that's going to do it. Let's put a little bit of that darker color kind of in the middle too. There we go. So there it is. There's our bow and our berries. If I wasn't going to put glitter on my berries, y'all, I would do that same technique with this darker color to do my berries with. But we're going to spruce this up a little bit and we're going to put some glitter. But before we put the glitter, we're gonna give this a good little dry. I was about to grab my phone out my pocket, y'all, and I've got the phone up there recording. All right, so let's give it a good dry. Thank you, Miss Betty. Miss Elaine, thank y'all so much. Miss Wanda, you want one of those? This one will be available in my live sale, y'all. And this will be the only one I have. I only caught one. November the 17th. That's Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Thank y'all so much. You are so sweet. We're going to give this a good dry because I am going to put a black outline on this. Thank you, Miss Wanda. Miss Linda, and welcome. You can go look through my videos. I have some where I like doing some blending and shading. Miss Sheila, this one will be $45 plus $10 shipping. Most of my door hangers I'm going to have for my live sale is going to be $45. There's one or two that's going to be like, that will be $50. Y'all look at this. I haven't showed y'all the completed one. Look how cute this, that's for my live sale. I'm going to have 2 of these available. How stinking cute is that? Now this one will be $50 because it's big, y'all. But totally worth it because it's super, super cute. All right, I'm gonna grab my paint pens and I'm gonna grab, I want a small paint pen. Where's my small one? Okay. Because I don't want these lines. Thank you, Miss Susie. Miss Karen, I will be adding these templates to my website. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Tanya. And Miss Debbie, y'all are so sweet. What size brush are you using? Oh, goodness, I didn't even tell y'all that, did I? Let me see. That was a 1 inch. A 1 inch flat tip brush is what I used on the bow. And then, for the holly, it was a 1 inch angle brush. All right. So, a lot of times I see people, they do all this work to do this beautiful blending and shading. Then they bust out their Posca pens and they go over it and they cover up all of their work with their shading. So that's why I'm going to use the smallest one that I have. This is the 3M Posca black paint pen. And I'm just going to kind of go over it. But I don't want to hide all that work I just did. So, I mean, it's a very, very fine tip point on this one. And I'm gonna, this is probably gonna be a little bit slow because like I said, I do not want to cover up all of my work I just did. Ooh, that one wasn't quite dry. That might sound kind of, sorry if that sounds irritating, y'all. It's almost like the chalkboard, isn't it? Y'all just close your ears if that bothers you. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get on the very, very edge so you can still see all of my shading and stuff on there. I do not want that black to cover up all of my work that I just did. So we're going like on the very edge and going around that shading. So this is going to take a little bit of time. Hey, Miss Beverly from North Carolina. Thank you, Miss Carol. Now let's go ahead and bring this. This way. And again, y'all, I'm sorry if that sounds terrible. It does sound pretty terrible. Almost like a chalkboard. Almost like scratching on a chalkboard. Okay. Hey, ladies. All right, we're also going to just kind of come on the edges of our holly. We might just kind of like put a line through here, kind of like that. Move this stuff out of the way. Running out of space. Alright, and I think I am going to come up here and maybe do some little do some dot, dot, dot. We'll just add some little touches. Dot, dot, dot. Let's do a dot, dot, dot. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. All right. Let's add some dots there. I don't know why I add these dots. I don't know. All right. So this is it, say for our ladies. All right. So our last step is going to be to add our glitter. I think if you outline the plaid in gold, it would pop. But this is your design, and I love it. Oh, thank you, Miss Elaine and Miss Mary. Gold would be pretty. will be very pretty. You're talking about like outlining the bow? Oh no, I think if you outline the plaid. I've got gold leaf, and I could like to do a little bit of gold leaf in there, and maybe even on, I don't know. Let's get our glitter on there and let's see. So I'm going to use Mod Podge right now. And then my glitter. My glitter. I might put some glitter on my bow too. Alright, now, let's get serious. Anytime you got I think I like the gold idea. I really do. But just some streaks kind of gold. Alright, so I've got my Mod Podge. What I'm going to do is put my Mod Podge down. Chris, I'm about to add glitter to my berries. So I'm going to put my Mod Podge on my berries. And then we're going to add, ooh, that's a lot of glitter and a lot of Mod Podge, Trina. Alright, so I don't want that to stick. There we go. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, it was the 3mm Posca pen. Alright, so here we go. Now we're going to add that glitter on there. Everything else is dried, y'all. So when you add glitter, you want to make sure that everything's dried. Because if not, then guess what? You're going to wind up getting glitter where you don't want the glitter. Because this glitter is going to stick to whatever's wet. Alright. Now we're going to come here. And I'm trying to leave a little bit of an outline so I can kind of see that my berries are separate. So I'm not going all the way to the edge of my berry, because I want to be able to see that there's actually two berries here. Does that make sense? Which we ain't got but one more, so let's go ahead and put the Mod Podge on it. Okay. I had enough glitter in that one. Alright, so now, ooh. I'm going to press it just so that glitter will be good and stuck in there. Be good and stuck. Alright. Now, we're just going to take our trash can and I'm going to hit it over my trash can to get it off. And it worked, y'all. It works. I can see that it's different. We've got different berries. See how I didn't go around the whole thing? And you can kind of like see there's one there, there's one there. You kind of see there's three there. So that glitter put, I think, exactly what this needed. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do some of that gold. I've got a certain one. This is the one that I use for my gold. So, what I like to do when I'm doing my gold and I just kind of want streaks, I have this round tip brush and I kind of rough it up, y'all. So like my bristles are kind of, almost reminds me of like a chip brush, where they kind of spread apart and kind of funky, rough feeling. Thank you so much, Lori. This is gonna help. And I'm just gonna get a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna like get it off. And we're gonna almost like dry brush it just a little bit on here, y'all. I don't want a whole lot of this gold on here. Just a little bit. Let's see. We're gonna put a little bit in the holly too. Let's see. Let's put a bit there. Trying to be careful because I don't want this gold to like take over my bow. Does that make sense? So we're just kind of like putting it here and there. Okay. All right. So what do y'all think of the gold now? See how I kind of did it in the bow? Just kind of give it a little bit of accents in there. So I'm not going to put any kind of, I'm not going to put white. Lord, it's hard for me not to put the white highlights in there, but I don't know, I may. Thank you, Miss Susie. I am going to grab I think I am, y'all. I think I am. But like just a tiny bit, not enough to, I don't know. Thank you so much, Miss Glenda. I'm gonna add a little bit of white highlights. Just a tiny bit, not much at all though, guys. Melissa, I'm gonna have the template available on my website in the next day or so. So we're just going to add just a little bit of white to this bow. And I'm trying to do this very lightly, y'all, because I don't want this white to overpower anything else that we've got going on here. I'm trying to do it very lightly. Very lightly. All right. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I don't want to go overboard. I just want you to send me this one. You're welcome. The white highlights do the trick, pulling it all together since there's white in the buffalo plaid. All right, Miss Mary, what do you think? The white made it pop. Y'all think the white made it pop? It was so hard for me not to go overboard with that white, y'all, because I can go overboard. Lord knows I can go overboard. All right, ladies, thank y'all so much for hopping in and chit-chatting with me. I hope that y'all have enjoyed this. I hope that you got little pieces of nugget and learned something new. I will be seeing y'all again tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to be painting. I've got two funky. Let me show you real quick. Y'all gonna just about know everything I'm gonna have in my live because I'm painting about everything on here. But I have this funky Christmas tree. It's funky. So this is gonna be really fun to paint, and I think I'm gonna be doing like some hot pink, and I don't know. This one's gonna be funky. I've got two of these to paint, so I'll probably paint these with y'all tomorrow. And then of course my live sale. But for those of you that's new to my page, I do have a Inside Scoop group where I teach ladies how to do this kind of stuff and how to use a jigsaw. We do all kinds of crafts in there. It's closed as of right now. It won't open again until February the 25th of 2021. But I will have it open for one day on Black Friday. So if you want to find out more information about that, go to TrinityClickDesigns.com. and hit the Inside Scoop tab. And there's a lot of stuff in there that tells you what you get by joining. But thank you ladies so much. I am going to have the tree template available, this one available, the cow one. Everything that I've done in the past 2 weeks on here, I'm going to gradually get the templates added to the website, y'all. So, yeah. So anyway, ladies, thank you so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great night.